Hey guys, welcome to this week's Mortgage Matters in Minutes. Normal time here at 3 p.m. on Tuesday afternoon. Just wanted to check in with you guys to give you a few updates today on what we've been talking with many clients about. And we found a few weeks back, or actually a few years back, people have been coming to us with many questions. And we thought this might be a great forum just to open it up to throw out there some answers to some questions. And the one we're going to speak about this week is, what do I need for a down payment? And first of all, what is a down payment? Down payment is money that's needed to put on a loan to qualify. And a lot of times when people think of down payment, they think about how much money they might need for closing on a home. Usually that comes up with three different terminologies. What we call is cash to close. And cash to close is how much total money that's needed or acquisition cost to purchase the property. So some of that would be down payment, closing costs, and what's called prepaids. So all three of those items are the money that is going to be needed for you to purchase your home. Cash to close can vary quite a bit in that the amount that's needed depends on the home price that you're purchasing. So if you're buying a $100,000 house, the cash to close might be quite a bit less than if you're buying a $500,000 house. Generally, right now in this market, we're telling most buyers you want to save anywhere from $5,000, $10,000 to $15,000, somewhere in that window, depending on the home price. And so we don't want to be too detailed and specific because every client is a little bit different, whether you're a first-time home buyer, whether you're a move-up buyer, whatever the scenario is. But generally, clients come up with the money in four different ways. One is just they take time to save the money from their pay on a monthly basis or a weekly basis as they receive income. They might use an app or they might use an automatic deposit to move money into their account, into a separate savings account. And so throughout years and years or months and months, they're able to save $5,000, $10,000, $15,000. This time of year, we like to talk and plan with clients to buy next spring, because they also many times use their tax returns as a refund back to count towards that cash to close or money they would need for a down payment. The third is people will start with investments, and such as a Roth IRA or such as just using standard stocks, mutual funds, bonds to invest in as they're saving their money, watching that money grow. And then when they're able to use that money, they just liquidate those investments for a down payment on the home. And last is probably our biggest one that we want to speak about, which is a gift from a family member. And that is probably huge, the biggest amount that's used among down payments for first-time home buyers, because generally they might not be able to save that $10,000 to $15,000 or $20,000 that's needed. So they go to grandparents or parents or aunts and uncles or fiancés and asks to receive a gift. And a gift is different than a standard loan. And we get that very often where people say, I might use money off of a credit card or pull money off of a car loan. But again, the money just can't show up in your account. It has to come from what we call eligible sources by the underwriting rules. And a gift is an eligible source. We do have to go through and document it with specific paperwork. Being a lot of money laundering that there is in the world, and since 9/11, there's a lot of federal laws that require us to go through specific paperwork to verify that gift. And I know for many clients that gets very intrusive and it gets very difficult, and they don't want to jump in and provide all that paperwork right away. But I can assure you that the paperwork is much needed when it comes to a mortgage loan to verify that the gift truly came from a gift and it wasn't an open credit card or open source of debt that might create more bills and more liabilities for the consumer moving forward. So generally speaking, first-time home buyers, we like to plan a year in advance many times to talk about the money that's needed, because I can assure you many first-time home buyers, the biggest hurdle they have is saving the money for the down payment. Usually they've built up their credit, usually they have full-time jobs and income. The last piece of most buyers is saving enough money for down payment and closing costs and prepaids. So hopefully you learned a little bit today of a few different sources. A lot of people ask, how do we get around those sources? And generally, there is no way to get around those sources. So we have to come up with the money and prove and justify where the money is, and underwriting needs to review that in order for the loan to be approved. So how much is needed for a down payment? Right now, because of the market the way it is, we're suggesting people might need anywhere from that $15,000 to $20,000 depending on what price range they're in. But if we can get assistance from family members as a gift, you can save a little bit of money from a refund on a tax return. And then each month, I suggest to most clients, start your saving account as much as you can to put inside for a rainy day for when you are ready to purchase that house. So hopefully we learned a little bit today about saving money for a down payment. We're always here again to assist with any questions and answer anything for you. You can check us out on our website at mtg-specialist.com, or you can always phone us at 402-991-5153. As a reminder, we're here from you. We're here for you. We don't work just standard 9 to 5. We're here usually after hours and weekends, often returning phone calls, answering those questions because we know people now don't always have 9 to 5 jobs. So if there's anything we can help with, please reach out. This is this week's Mortgage Matters in Minutes, and we will see you all next week. Same time, same place. Thanks.
Mortgage Specialists. Driven, trusted, reliable.